landscape photography, which I'm getting into more, I'm really learning it is not the simplest to do, but it is fun. So I'm out here tonight, beautiful Chicago. Sky I thought looked kind of really pretty. It was really overcast, and I have nowhere specific I'm trying to take pictures of. I just rented a bike, which is just sort of my go-to thing, and I'm gonna ride around and see what pictures I can find. Maybe I'll get something good. So it's an absolutely beautiful evening here in Chicago, which is really why I came out here, because I thought, why sit in my apartment, come out here, enjoy the beautiful weather, see the city, because I'm not going to be able to do it when the winter shows up. Well, not comfortably. Up ahead, there's some shrubberies, or like a garden. See if we can find a good photo with this. Yeah, I think we can do something with this. The plants are moving a bit, and so I take slower shutter speeds in the lower light, so that may cause a problem. But if we're looking here, I think there may be a really good photo. Captures some really interesting textures of the mulch and plants and the flower. So we'll see how it turns out. So what I feared would happen happened. The wind is moving everything just slightly, so I'm gonna have to compensate for it. So this is where it gets kind of fun for me, learning new skills, because I find a new situation and I have to learn how I can improve my skills so that I can get the shot. So, and then learning the limitations of this new camera that I have. So made some tweaks, and now we're gonna snap the photo, and I wish there was a way to record the picture on this. Hold on, we need to. So then I can zoom in and see, and yeah, we got a nice sharp picture of the flower. So I think we got it. So we're gonna go ahead and move on to the next. Especially when low lights like this where I'm just exploring, I like to just take one or two photos and then move on. I'll look at them in the computer and see if they're pretty good. This is a pretty interesting spot I found. I took some photos that direction, and now I'm taking some this way. Got a really neat, I think it's a neat photo where it leads up down to these benches here at the end. So we're gonna see. I've taken a couple versions of it, so I'm not entirely sure which composition looked good. You know, it's interesting how sometimes you really can't tell if it's good until you get it up on a computer screen. And then you can see that, like, oh, it's a pretty good photo. So, but this, you know, I've learned for every good photo, there's like 20 bad ones. So, but all the bad ones I learned something from. So I just keep taking them, keep trying to get better. I don't let the bad ones discourage me. I just keep going and trying to chase that next awesome photo. So I'm in right now what is called blue hour. So within photography, for those of you that don't know, that might be interested, and this pertains actually if you're just taking photos with something as simple as an iPhone. Good light is really what it's about. Half hour before and after sunset, you have golden hour. And then before that, about a half hour either end, you have blue hour. So even if you're trying to take photos with your camera phone, it's all about light. I mean, this is a good camera, but it's all about light. If you don't have good light, it doesn't matter. And I'm learning that as I'm taking different kinds of outdoor photos. And so right now, as you can see, everything's got a blue cast to it, which is precisely what golden hour or blue hour does. I don't know why they call it blue hour. It's definitely not an hour. So this is sort of my favorite time to get out and shoot. Now, normally I would like have picked out a spot, made my way to it. I'd already have an idea of a shot I want to get. Me trying to do it. But honestly, right now, I just want to get out of the apartment. So I just wanted to get out and take photos. And it's really cool though that here in the city, you can still find a quiet corner like this in the middle of the week. And there's nobody over here, right here. I mean, there's people further away. And some of that's because of, you know, coronavirus. But, you know, sometimes cities just aren't as crowded as you always think they are, depending on the right time. You know, a weekend, obviously this place would be hopping, but let's go find some more spots. Here in downtown Chicago, we have Millennium Park, and there's the Big Bean, which you've probably seen before. And I've been wanting to photograph it since I moved here, but I couldn't. It's been closed. I don't know if it's closed, but we're gonna go see if it still is. You know, it's kind of fun to be out here pretty regularly, run into fellow photographers also out chasing a great shot. I don't know, there's a little, we never really talk to each other, but we always kind of look at each other. We know why we're out here, but it's just kind of nice to know that others like doing it too.
A little bit on the
So I can go in. I don't know if I can bring this bike in. So I'm gonna ditch the bike and go walk. Alright, bike is ditched. Well, put it back on the station. So I'm gonna walk up here and see. You know, I haven't actually researched this. I'm assuming I can walk in with a professional camera on a tripod. But I found some places that don't want you to use a tripod, which is weird. But it's getting dark, the light's getting really good. I'm really hoping I can get a good photo. The sign said mask required, but there's nobody near me, so I've got it. I'll just put it on if someone comes close. All right, so the bean is right there. Okay, so I may have just lucked out. You can't actually walk up to the bean, which means I can get some really interesting photos because there'll be no people in them. Normally I can't do that. This is actually really cool. Alright, so nobody's right next to me, but I mean, I'm getting some pretty cool shots not having to deal with people in front of it, so it's kind of neat. The gate's messing up the shots I really want, but I will take what I can get, right? So let's snap this next photo. My favorite part is the reveal, where we click the play and see, oh, that looks pretty good. I know it's a little out of focus for you, but for me, that looks great. Tell you what, there's the photo right there. So, not bad. I'm pretty good with it. So I'm getting some really, really cool photos here. I'm actually really happy with. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get I'm trying to get some angles that I haven't really seen. I've seen a lot of just straight on shots to the bean. So I thought I might try to get some of these angles, especially since I really want to be back there and get a straight on shot so I can have beans centered within these buildings, but I don't get the stupid gate in my way. This thing. Fence, not gate, fence. So I'm trying to get more creative, work with what I got, right? All right, got kicked out. Now I'm getting rid of a whole bunch of people. So one of the things I love about this camera, this new camera I got, is I can connect it to Wi-Fi. Well, actually, I'll just slow down so people stay away. Ooh, that would be a beautiful shot. Right there. I'm gonna have to come back and get that one. This camera allows me to connect it to my cell phone, and then I can download the photos and give it to people. So it's cool. I just got to meet a nice couple, take the photo for them, because it's too hard to take a photo this dark on an iPhone. And I can download it to my phone and send it to them right there via AirDrop. Such a cool feature.